From Rocky, and that signifies that into the ring at this time comes the hands of stone, Roberto Duran. Duran, the legend, who won 71 of his first 72 fights, who was the king of the lightweight division for 7 years with 12 straight defenses, who moved to the welterweight ranks, handed Sugar Ray Leonard his only professional defeat, who suffered the ignominy of no mas in their return go in New Orleans. But then, in a comeback that took 3 years, redeemed himself with victories over Pepino Cuevas and then winning his third championship, the WBA's junior middleweight crown, with an 8-round stoppage of Davey Moore last June. He comes into this fight tonight battling for the first time as a middleweight at 32 years, highly suspect, but still in the minds of the public, they may not be backing him with their cash, but this is the underdog. And I think the boxing public would like to witness history. The fact that he could be the first man to win 4 championships.
And certainly this is an incredible moment right now for Roberto Duran. Twice before, he's faced this kind of pressure and this kind of scene when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. The first time, of course, he handled it better than Leonard. The second time, the infamous no mas situation.
Duran protecting his hands as we come into the ring. By the way, both fighters will be gloved in the ring. And listen to this crowd.
Certainly an enthusiastic welcome for Duran, but maybe not the ovation we might have expected.
He is a national hero back in Panama. You see the Panamanian flags here. Several thousand have come to Las Vegas to see Duran. Back home in Panama City, all the restaurants are closed tonight. The streets are empty. The main boulevard, Central Avenue, has no cars on it. Everything comes to a stop in Panama when Duran fights. And on fight night, Duran's name becomes a prayer, because they in fact bet the rent money on their national champion.
So much has been written and said leading up to this fight, and for that man, as you look at him, this is the moment. This is when he attempts to win that 4th crown, and so many doubters that feel that moving up to the middleweight division for him will be too difficult, and we chronicled his eating habits today. Makes you wonder if he feels comfortable fighting at that big weight, or whether he felt he needed to eat to bulk up even more for Marvin Hagler.
In case you missed it, we found out this morning in the coffee shop here at Caesar's Palace that Duran came in at 157 and then had a breakfast of a half a plate of spaghetti and 2 steaks at 8:15, and then came back to the coffee shop at 11:30 and had another steak. So he's had 3 steaks today. You remember the night of the no mas debacle in New Orleans. That day he had a couple of steaks and some orange juice. He claims that gave him cramps. Well, this may be much ado about nothing if in fact he wages a war against Marvin Hagler. And let us not underestimate the man in the other corner, the reigning champion amongst the 160-pounders, who has knocked out all 7 of his challengers, marvelous Marvin Hagler. And we have a stage wait here as he is making Duran wait for him.
Well, often a trick of the champion, and that man has used it on a number of occasions, making the challenger wait in the ring, get a little cold, think about things. And certainly there must be enough on Roberto Duran's mind right now.
Duran supremely confident. He has a whole new corner, his trainer, his manager, his promoter. But one thing remains constant. When Roberto Duran gets in the ring, fate carries the water pail. Anything can happen.
And I think if anyone had suggested 2 years ago or even a year and a half ago that we would be here for a fight between Roberto Duran and Marvin Hagler for the middleweight crown,